All right. Let's see. I'll tell you when it's live. Hello, hello. We are live. All right. We are live on Instagram right now. Thank you so much. We are a tad late, but we are here. We made it. I'm so happy. So let's get started. We're going to do some, I'm just making sure. We're just doing some, I guess, as you could say, some reintroductions. So for those of y'all don't know, I'm Desiree Klaus. I am the host of Let's Vamonos Live. This is our new season for 2024, and we are here in this wonderful, amazing, cool space here at Sesh Co-working Space. Oh, I'm getting text messages. Let me put do not disturb. And we are here in Midtown, like I said, at Sesh Co-working Space. We're super excited to be here, and we're going to be talking about our new partnership with Meredith and Maggie, and we're also going to be talking about all the wonderful community events that are happening. And like I've got the whole team here too. I've got my Andrea back here, and I've got my mom. So man, it feels like, you know, good old days to some extent, but back here in a new space. So we're super excited about that. So let me see who's joined us. So thank you for those that are joining. Again, we're going to be going live every Monday from 6:30 to 7. And it's going to give you an opportunity. Hey, Monday nights are football nights. I know not all of y'all like, you know, Monday night football. So this is your opportunity to step away from your husband, step away from the kitchen, step away from your kids, and come hang out with us and talk about all the things that are happening in Houston, and also entrepreneur lives, small businesses, and all of that fun stuff as well. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to get started because we got places to be and things to do. So it is a wonderful Monday. Again, like I said, today is October 14th, 2024, and this is our first episode. So let's get into the community events. So today, the community events are, as mentioned before, with our Sesh Co-working Space partnership. They're going to have two amazing, really cool, amazing events that are happening this week. The first one that's actually going to happen tomorrow, which is Heritage Heroes. And if you are not aware, they're going to be having this event at 9 a.m. It is a free community event. Bring a picture of a family loved one that you want to honor. It is about honoring those loved ones that maybe don't get the recognition that they could have gotten. And so this is an opportunity to do so. So Sesh Co is having that tomorrow, Heritage Heroes. Go check out their calendar as well. And also on letsvamonos.com, their calendar will be on our calendar as well. So we're super excited about that. Second, really cool event. And it's actually one of the reasons why I got into the space and how we connected was their Female Founders and Friends event, which happens every third Thursday of the month. And it is a free event as well. And if you're an entrepreneur or small business, you're looking to network, you're looking to connect, please come. Like, this is a high value event. Like, the reason, like I said, I'm here is because I was connecting with some amazing women. So I see some people that have joined us. So thank you so much, Munoz and Wonder Runner and your faves pop up. Thank you so much for joining with us today. Say hi, drop a comment, like, you know, let us know like what you're doing right now. If you're having a glass of wine or if you're having some coffee. I mean, I like some coffee in the evening, some pan dulce. But so yeah. So again, Thursday, it is at 9. What time is it? The event starts at 9. So register. You want to register. You want to come have a cup of coffee with these wonderful female founders and friends, and you meet somebody new. It was a great opportunity also to connect with women in a very small space. Sometimes these huge, large networking events can be overwhelming, can be a lot. You got to look cute. You got to like do all these things, right? So I think it's a great way to kind of connect with them. But before we connect with our wonderful ladies, we're also going to talk about another event that's happening actually on the 17th. So it's Thursday, the 17th, which is the Nerdy Girl business event. I hope that I'm saying that right, but they're having an event as well. It's in the evening on Thursday. I'll be there. I've registered. I believe it is a free event. So connect with them, check it out. And again, like I said, all the events will be on our calendar on our website. So, but we're going to get to the best part, which is the trending cheeseman, because y'all, we haven't done trending cheeseman in over a year. And so this is the part that we know that y'all love. This is the part we know that y'all really look forward to it. Oh, we do have Wonder Runner said glass of wine for sure, that kind of day. Yes, it is a Monday, y'all. It has been one heck of a weekend. And we know that Mondays, y'all, I have a sick kid. You wouldn't even know it. I got a pharmacy that forgot their prescription. So this is what kind of day we're having. So I feel you. Glam by Emily says, hey, hun, thank you so much for joining. That's my hairdresser, y'all. My hair is looking pretty good, but I definitely need to come see you, Emily. So, but before we get to it, let's bring on our wonderful guests and also co-founders of Sesh Co-working Space, Maggie and Meredith. So come join me, ladies. I know we need like a sound, right? Like some drum rolls or something. Oh,
hi.
Hello. Let me see.
Make some room.
There we go. Perfect. So we've got some people on. Glam by Emily, my hairdresser, she goes, I've missed you. Love catching the live. Yes. Thank you so much. And but we are so excited to have you here and for me to be here. And also for y'all to do a little bit of that trending chisme. Do you know what chisme is in Spanish?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, do you?
Tell.
Okay, so for those that don't know, chisme in English is the gossip.
The tea.
The tea. Yes, the tea. So that is, so now you can share with your friends, tell me the chisme, right? Tell me the news, the tea, that type of stuff. But we really try to engage with our community. So if you ever want to chime in on the trending chisme, go to our stories on IG on Let's Vamonos, and you'll see the polls. We'll tell you what's going to be happening. So did y'all see any of my stories?
I reshared
be honest.
I reshared whatever you tagged.
Whatever you tagged us in.
Yeah. And no, I did not. Because I'm not on social media near as much as I should be.
No, that's perfect, because we never want our guests to know what the trending chisme topics are going to be. We want to get y'all's genuine, authentic experience or feedback. So some of it is always fun. It's usually fun, lighthearted. We try to stay away from politics and religion and all that very controversial stuff, because it's about just getting to know you in a way that's not necessarily like, hey, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, exactly. So let me make sure see if we missed anybody. I don't see anybody else that has come on in, but thank you so much for that, are still with us and are joining us. So I do have my handy cell phone here, and we can see what the trending chisme was earlier today. I believe, if I can get to it, maybe not. If not, I'll have to ad lib. I do remember what it was, but let me see if I can find it. Okay. So I know the first one was no, I guess I'm not gonna be able to look at it because of the live. Yeah. But the first one was, did y'all see that they're doing the fashion week in I think it's the fashion runway week is it in France? Or don't kill me on this, y'all, but I'm not a huge fashion person, but it's somewhere that they're doing a fashion week. I don't think it's the New York Fashion Week. I think it's in France. But Salma Hayek and Nicole Kidman had a interesting, I guess you could say, engagement. And I'll show y'all the engagement, and then we'll see what y'all's thoughts are. So I'll show you the engagement just so y'all can kind of get an idea. And I don't want to leave y'all hanging here.
The suspense is killing me.
I know.
I know. I'm like, we were just watching those TikToks where the girl does the lip reading of celebrities.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, is this one of those?
Yes. Let me see. Okay, here. No, it's y'all. They share so many videos. I swear they've shared like 5 million more since I've last looked on here. And if I can find it. Okay, I have it on my phone because I know I saved it.
Came prepared.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Please. One more, please. Ladies, please. Nicole, please, with Salma. Oh, thank you.
Yes, please.
Please.
Did Salma just get snubbed?
Well, so there was apparently a TikToker there, and they were on the runway, and they were taking pictures and photos and all the things. They wanted to make sure everybody knew that nothing happened, but the perception, right? So they posted this, and people were like, "Oh my God, Nicole Kidman just totally like dismissed her." And so I wanted to chat about this a little bit because, again, if y'all are interested in seeing these trending cheesemith stories, you can watch them on my stories anytime after this live. You can chime in as well. I do see some other people coming on, joining on. So Leah's live. Thank you so much for joining. Mimi's Latinas Creations. Thank you so much for joining. Piel Canela. Thank you so much for joining. And V Chavez. Thank you so much for joining. So, and if y'all want to check out this video we just saw, it was on page 6, the real cheesemith page.
Post,
And so it was kind of like this weird, awkward, like moment. But the poll was, hey, was it a snub, or was it just, hey, they were trying to maneuver, trying to take a picture? Many people said it was probably just them trying to maneuver and take a picture. But as women, we know, I'm sure y'all know as well, perception is always the eye of the beholder, right? So we tend to get this like, oh, they always want to pit us against each other, right? So two amazing women like Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek, but they said no, there was no issue. They took pictures together afterwards, and that was it. And
it was kind of also just from one angle though, and because you could only really see the back of Nicole Kidman's head, and so you couldn't. There's no facial expression.
It appeared to be really crowded as well. So you could think maybe she was trying to go one way and then she's like, oh,
and can we also just say she had sunglasses on?
Yeah.
And it was dark?
Well, that was she was taking pictures with Katy Perry. Katy Perry, that was the other lady with the sunglasses.
Okay.
Katy Perry, yeah. You could only see Nicole Kidman's back. So if you're interested, go check out that. It's on page 6. Not that they pay me any money for that, but it was a cool little clip. But the TikToker that did share it, which isn't a huge TikToker, they were like, no, listen, like there was no shade thrown. It was cool. Like they're all cool, just to make sure everybody knows, because it's all in the perception of people, right? So
and it's such a short clip and such a narrow view of a situation.
Remember that? It was a clip recently. I think it was Blake Lively that we watched. And we had to go back and rewatch it a second time to be like, wait.
Yeah.
What did she say?
Yeah.
It's like fully understand.
Was it really inappropriate or not? Yeah. So, I just thought it's always funny how, again, society will always try to pit two amazing women against each other, even if it's something as simple as trying to take a picture together.
Right. Yeah.
So
we're always trying to fight each other.
Yeah. And so that's one of the cool things about being here with Sesh is that, we're collaborating, we're partnering, if we wanted to fight, we could fight, right? That's always an option.
We could throw down.
But that's not always the best way to grow together as women. I think that's the biggest part, right? We want to grow. It's better to, hey, let's just join forces together, right? So we're super excited to be able to be here. The other trending cheesemint on the polls was Love is Blind. Are y'all watching?
Oh no, I don't watch that.
Okay.
I'm learning a lot about you though.
Which is that I'm not familiar with a lot of gossip.
I have the audiobook.
Okay.
And I started to listen to the audiobook. And in listening to the audiobook, every time I would listen to it, I felt really terrible after listening to it. And I was like, why am I so depressed every time I listen to this book?
So I didn't know they have, are we sure we're talking about the same one? Because Love is Blind is a reality TV show.
Okay. I'm thinking of the Blake Lively thing.
Oh, you're thinking of her movie.
Yeah.
What is it? It is Love something. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. That's the one I was thinking.
I am like worthless in this. I don't know.
So Love is Blind, the reality TV show.
They have one here in Houston, West Spring, and now it's in somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but season 7. So lucky number 7.
Whoa.
So it's apparently the juiciest one so far. I have not watched all of it. I've seen clips and bits, but the clip that we shared on our stories today was this mother telling her daughter, "You need to get a prenup."
Okay.
And so she was like, Mom, don't tell me what to do. Hey, what are we doing here? And so she was like, well, you're still going to bless this marriage, right? And she's like, not until you get a prenup.
Smart. Hey,
So-
smart
mama.
mama. It's you're joining businesses, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of lifestyles they have, prior to joining on here, but we do know some of these people that do come on Love is Blind are entrepreneurs. They do, or they have businesses as well. So let me see if anybody's chimed in here. And Salma even responded and said, no drama. Next. Thank you, Emily, for chiming in on that. Yes, I love that. And she goes, I saw that comment too. Yes. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining in on that. So, yeah, the other part of that clip was, it was very rated R, but the mother pretty much tells the guy, hey, if you do anything bad to my daughter, your male parts will not be here anymore. I was like,
And they put that on the air?
yes, they put that on Instagram. I was like, wow. And my son, I didn't know that was going to be said. And my son heard that and he was like, what are you watching?
It's a horror film, honey.
Yeah, he was like, what are you watching? I was like, I did not know that was going to happen. I was like, I didn't even know that mother was, Love is Blind. You don't typically watch that around children, but the clip was a sound bite. So super funny. So let us know if anybody that's watching it watches Love is Blind. Have y'all finished the season? I heard the reunion's already starting. So they're going to be already sharing the reunion. A lot of people binge watch this type of stuff, right? It's on Netflix. So I haven't binge watched it just yet, but curious enough that, okay. So you don't typically do you watch Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, you do
Yeah.
watch Netflix. You just don't watch Love is Blind. Do you like reality TV though?
I don't watch a lot of reality TV.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
I do.
you did. Yeah, okay.
It's my brain can just turn off.
Yes,
and I
yes.
can just not have thoughts.
Yeah, and it's funny because my husband gets sucked in with me sometimes on watching these shows. He'll be like, "I'm not watching this," and start watching it, and then he'll be like, "Oh my God, what's going on with this?" And then he's like, "Why does this do this to me every time? You sucked me into watching these shows, and then it's like I've wasted." He feels like he's wasted some time.
Those
right?
producers are smart.
Oh,
They're very
yes.
smart. I always
Yes.
suck my husband in by going, "Oh my gosh, babe, come look at the paint color on the wall," or like, "Look at this marble they have," or trying to like suck him into like home renovations.
Yes. Thank you for Balloons Encanto for joining us today. We appreciate it. And again, if y'all aren't able to catch us live, no worries. Tell your friends though. We'll be dropping this episode after it's been live, so we'll be able to watch on our YouTube. So we'll definitely set that up for y'all. But the other third topic that I shared was a little more business related, and it was actually new for me because I was trying to do some research regarding like trending topics to share. But this one is about Naomi Osaka and Etsy. Did y'all know that she partnered up with Etsy?
Did
I did not. This is interesting.
So it was actually during the summer. She partnered up with Etsy with a small business, which is actually Latina owned as well, which I was like, okay, here we go. So she partnered up with jewelry for her to wear outside of when she's playing, or even when she is playing. And she's a very unique athlete. And so I thought it was really cool. So what do y'all think about these celebrity partnerships, and especially a celebrity partnership with Etsy? Like Etsy is one of those platforms that is kind of, it's more about handmade items, creatives, people that are really small businesses to some extent. What do y'all think about those?
I think it's awesome.
I feel like they're kind of like lowering that barrier to entry for business owners. Like you don't have to be a Nike or an Adidas to
Right.
work with an elite athlete
Yeah.
who's got a name that's known globally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that was super cool. And but the other thing that was a little sad is that I didn't hear about it until just now.
Right.
And it
We hadn't
happened
either.
in August. So I was like, yes, it got I think over like 25,000 likes and a lot of views, but it only got like 200 and something shares. So I thought that was
Interesting.
really interesting. Only there's just a small amount of the small business community that has to still fight for even the shares
to get the attention.
to get the
Yeah.
attention from this huge woman athlete. So I thought it was really cool. Did get me to go look at their small business that she's connected with, but it was also limited edition, so limited collection, right? So it's kind of like a one-time thing, and then that's it. So, but business wise, I thought it was cool that, these small businesses are connecting with, getting opportunities to connect with those bigger brands and bigger, celebrities and athletes and stuff like
And
that.
I think it's good too, because it reminds us all that you are voting in a way with your money. And so where you put your money, that's what you're truly supporting and uplifting. And while I know it's not possible to be mission driven every time you make a purchase, deciding between one type of apple and another.
Yeah.
But when you can make a statement, especially with a big celebrity and athlete can make a statement with where they're putting their money and support causes that they believe in, I respect that so much. So much. I think it's so important.
I also think that it's important to take like the other story that comes with this is that like even if you do partner with someone who's well known or famous or is a big brand like Etsy, that ROI might not be there.
Yeah.
She
doesn't have 10,000 followers.
Right.
She's still a small business. Yeah, she might be getting the sales. There might be the sales, right? But the numbers as far as social media wise, because that's kind of like the people like, oh, let me see how many followers you have to value anybody these days, which is crazy, y'all.
Like, that does not translate to dollars in the bank.
No, it does not. It does not translate to dollars in the bank, and it doesn't even translate, honestly, to the views behind the scenes. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like it's the analytics behind it.
Mhm.
So even if you might have 5,000 followers or less than that, you could be getting tens of thousands of views. Nobody even really knows it unless they're digging big time. We got a comment here from Lee's Alive. I love supporting small women businesses. Well, thank you so much. Yes, you're in good company.
Do too.
You're in good company. And then Larissa Jewelry Collection joined. So I actually know Larissa. I just bought a piece of jewelry from her. I bought this ring. Look at this ring. This little heart
so
ring.
Cute. I love that.
Ring.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if they can see it. It's kind of far, but it's like really, really dainty. It's super dainty. But and then also I see someone just popped in. Roberto San Antonio joined. Thank you so much for joining us. So that pretty much ends the trending cheeseman part. But now you learned something new. The cheeseman, gossip, tea, all the things. It's just our way to bring in a little bit of my culture, being Mexican American, and talking about all the fun stuff. So appreciate y'all's feedback, because I know some people get a little nervous. They're like, oh, I got to share my opinion. It's like, well, because people get nervous sometimes.
We don't usually have too much of a problem.
We don't shy opinions.
Yeah. Well, thank you for those that have just joined with us and stopping by and saying hello. She says, Lee's Live says, I'm part of One Island Getaway Rum. Yes, I've met Lee. Thank you so much. Yes, we tried her Island Getaway Rum with Stephanie Houston. So yes, love the rum. So shout out. Thank you so much for joining with us. But I want to share a little bit about how we met. I mentioned a little bit coming on, like, hey, how we connected. And I always like to share, so people know that I don't just bring anybody onto my show. I usually have some type of connection. People have actually asked me how much does it cost to come onto your show? And I was like, well, that's nice, but that's not the way it works. I mean, if I was starting to get everybody paying me to be on my show, I'd have all kinds of people, right? And that's definitely nice, but we're definitely mission driven, and we definitely have a purpose. So for those that don't know, we're here to support the small business community. I'm here to uplift specifically the Latina entrepreneurs as well, to help them in their endeavors. And then I'm also here to inspire others to use their voice by using this platform and using my voice. So and that you don't have to be Latina to watch the show either. Like, this is for everybody. Do you all also know what Las Vamonos means?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Okay, perfect. So for those that don't know, me and Maggie and Meredith met officially. I want to say officially, because me and Maggie have kind of bumped into each other a few times, but I've never really come into your space.
Yeah, we met through some tech radio stuff.
Mm-hmm. Her Texas, yeah. And I don't know if we've met before. I can't really remember.
I don't think we have, but I wouldn't be surprised if we run into each other.
Yeah. So, but I got invited by my amiga, Connie Leon, to come to the Female Founders and Friends Day, 3 weeks ago. or was it been a month ago?
I
Well,
guess it's a month
It's a
ago.
month
because
ago.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
it's back again this Thursday.
So it's a month ago. So we came in, and I had been to this space one other time for an event at y'all's event room, but it was at night, and so the lights weren't on here, and I didn't really see a lot of the space. I just saw the event room, and thought, okay, cool. So when I came, I was like brand new eyes, like, oh, this space is cool. Like, it's got all this stuff in it, and like, if you haven't come out, please come and check it out. And we'll share more about, again, what y'all provide, what services y'all provide here. But I was just kind of like, okay, this is cool. I'm here. So come in, we talk, we do our little pitch, which is cool. So if you're ever learning, if you're trying to learn how to pitch your business, y'all, it's a great opportunity, I think, to come and do so. Share people, talk to people about your business, or hey, if you're trying to grow a business or start a business, get inspired to do so. Super cool. Met some amazing women, different walks of life, and women that I probably wouldn't normally connect with when I do my regular market scene or my regular small business, events or whatnot. So that was super cool. And literally, like, I was like talking to Connie, we were just chatting. I was like, okay. And I was talking to you, and I was like, hey, what do you like think? You're like, hey, just send me an email. I was like, okay, that's easy enough, right? And so we sent them an email, and the email was very detailed.
Which we appreciated
so much. And I told you that already. Like,
Yeah.
really, we were like, this is amazing. I love this.
Yeah.
I love her.
And so we were like, hey, we really want this partnership to make sense for both of us. And so this is what I am offering. And I'm gonna be real honest. I was a little shocked, like right away, that she was like, yes, let's do it. And I was like, no conversation, no, like nothing. And I was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. So, and y'all don't know this, but it's been a year almost since I've actually done Let's Vamonos live episodes, because we've been looking for a space, and it's been a journey of patience, a journey of timing, a journey of like, hey, what is, there's got to be something out there. So I'm very grateful for y'all, for one, just even listening to me and reading the email, and two, thank you so much, Connie Leon. Obviously, she's like the amazing connector of people. And I mentioned in a group chat, I said, hey, don't forget to invite your friends to places and spaces, because you just never know who they could connect with. So I appreciate the love on that. She's going to like cry if she hears this. She's going to be like, oh my God, why are you doing this? But yeah, so that's how we connected. And then moving forward, I was like, well, let's talk about all the crazy, amazing things that y'all do here, that I'm like, this place should be packed, right? This place should be booming. Like, there should be women hopping in and out, which there are women hopping in and out of here, but we definitely know it's been a rough year. 2024 has been a rough year. So share a little bit about some of the things that y'all do provide, and then also share a little bit some of the struggles too, y'all, because we all go through it. Me, myself. So Maggie, you want to share a little bit about some of the services that y'all provide here?
Yeah, so we offer space in a variety of ways, whether it's you need a conference room, you need a space to record something. You need a space. There was a birthday party for a 9-year-old on Saturday in the event space, networking. We've had anniversary parties, and we can hold meeting space for anywhere from 2 people all the way up to 100 people. And so we really try to make sure that it's a blank slate for you. So you can walk in and use it in a way that best suits you, your business, and your event. And then outside of just meeting and gathering spaces, we have offices and desks and the open co-working space for you to really focus and collaborate with your team. So
yeah, I love it. So y'all are gonna want to watch our stories. Keep an eye on our stories, because we'll be sharing content that I have taken behind the scenes of this space, shared, kind of in its open setting, for people to really see, like, hey, this is what it looks like when this is the opportunity of what you could see, if you could see yourself in this space, right, sitting. And so when I came here, I was like, okay, this is totally my vibe, because people know that Let's Vamonos is, even though we call it a podcast, it's not really a podcast. This is a live stream show, and we do things a little differently here. We like to kind of, keep people guessing. And so, having opportunities to make things unique and colorful and bright, and my personality as well, if y'all can't figure it out, I'm very like all these things. I wanted something to represent what Las Vamonos is, which is that culture and community and essence of what Houston also is, right? Which is very diverse. So appreciate that. So go check out the website when you can to see, hey, maybe you can come check it out. Maybe I'll possibly be here and hanging out and chatting. But as far as the networking, oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. This is awesome. Oh, a Taste of Chamoy just jumped in. She goes, "This is awesome. It has a talk show vibe." Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we appreciate that. So yeah, it's just this vibe, and it has a cool small business boutique as well. I thought that was really cool. And I've been to other spaces, and they're not like this. So whose idea was that? Was it both of y'all's idea? Like, how did y'all kind of come up with creating this vibe? Because vibes are really important these days. Energy is really important, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you're working on your business, you want to feel inspired. So was it a collaborative idea?
Yeah. I mean, I think the beautiful thing about it though is the way that we started as a community, then in a smaller space and growing to this much larger space. The community got to dictate what we had in here, because we grew over kind of 18 months in this space, because we also have the second floor,
Yes.
Which is a lot of offices and conference rooms. So it gave us the opportunity to be like, oh, you guys need a conference room that seats 20 people. Cool. We'll build it.
Yeah.
You need a conference room that seats 3 people. Cool. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're referencing the vibe, I think what that stems back to at its core is that we wanted a space that we could go to where we felt seen, heard, respected, where we felt like our experiences were honored and reflected back to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I know that's you don't find that in a lot of spaces when you're looking at specifically for women, communities of color, the LGBTQ plus community.
Right.
And so it was so important to us when we created our first space in Montrose and then this space here, that we make a space where everybody can truly come in knowing they can be themselves. They feel truly safe and truly seen, and they can express themselves and be themselves fully. And a lot of workspaces and workplaces don't honor that.
Yeah.
And that's how we wanted to make our space. We wanted to be different. We wanted to be the safe space.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea.
And I think one of the ways we kind of were able to approach that is we're in a very industrial type building. It used to be a paper manufacturer. So we still have, the steel ceilings and the concrete floors, but it's kind of like I've been saying here lately, your cool aunt's house.
I love that. Yes.
I love going to garage sales and estate sales. So you never know what's going to pop up in here, because I just find something and I have to add it in.
Yeah.
But also through a partnership with West Elm and Williams-Sonoma, it gives you that elevated professional vibe that you want to portray when you're meeting with a client or with a potential partner. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with that approachability and comfort, but also professionalism.
Yeah, I love that. I'm very aware of garage sales and estate sales. My mom, so if y'all ever watch Mornings with Mother, just to chime that in, which is moving to Wednesdays now, y'all, because now we're doing this show on Mondays. But we actually have a chandelier in the kitchen that my dad bought my mom from an estate sale for only $100. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is beautiful. And so at the time it was only $100, which maybe seemed a lot back then. But this is it was an import Italian crystal. Like you can't find anywhere else.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, we still have it.
We need to have
pictures.
We
need photographic
It might be a little bit of an energy guzzler, but the aesthetically, it's very very fitting for our Latina kitchen. It's very extra. So
I love that.
We love it.
I'm here for extra light fixtures.
So we understand that. Thank you so much for Tamez joining in Pure Beauty Room and Ladies Lifestyle Network. Thank you so much for joining and chatting with us and stepping in and saying hi. Yeah, so it was just really, I felt like it was super, I say this word a lot, but I've learned it over the past year or so, but kismet, like it's very, or serendipitous, right? Like very like, just like, wow, this is just kind of like, and I don't know if you are, how spiritual y'all are. I am a spiritual person. I have, my religious beliefs, but I'm also very like, hey, listening to the vibes and listening to my gut feeling, and also listening when I ask the big guy upstairs or girl or whoever, right? Anybody, whoever is up there, um, what I want. And then they kind of say, well, here it is, like literally placing it in front of me. It's like, oh yeah, like, man. And so that's why I always encourage y'all, shoot your shots. It's okay if somebody says no. It's okay if they say no, not right now. But you never know, they could say yes. And so, and that's the best part about, what I do is I hope to inspire other people to shoot their shot, to give themselves the opportunity to kind of grow, because you just never know.
Yeah,
For sure.
You won't receive the things you don't ask for.
For sure. Moving forward, though, obviously a lot of people like to see, what I've learned over the years is people get really interested and invested in the struggle, which is kind of crazy, y'all. I'm worried about some of y'all out there. Y'all really like to see the struggle, which is understandable. It can be relatable. But at the same time, like, it's nice to say, oh, you're doing great. Oh, I see you. You're doing amazing. Like, how can I help? How can I support? So I encourage those out there to, hey, let's share the love, spread the word, about what we're doing here. But obviously people also want to know, hey, well, I want to start a business, or, have you had any struggles, or those types of questions always get asked. So obviously for me, yes, I've had many struggles. Y'all, I just hit 5K like last week, and I was like, y'all,
yay,
yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. And it was really hard for me personally. Like, maybe for other people it might be easy, and that's fine. But for my personal journey and for my personal goals, it was hard to hit 5K. And so I was like, okay, my mom, she's over here gonna get the numbers out. So that was super cool.
Bring 'em.
Yeah, she's like, we brought some balloons here that I bought.
Not a party if you don't have balloons.
So, yes. But at the same time, like I said, there was definitely a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And had y'all asked me, 9 months ago, what was going to happen with Let's Almost Live, I would have been like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do another episode. I don't know if I'm going to do another show. I don't know. Like, it was very up in the air. So I don't talk a lot about that sometimes, because it's my baby too. It's super personal. So it's like, I don't want y'all to know that my baby's struggling, but at the same time, people need to hear that as well, because they understand it's relatable. So as far as y'all's growth and y'all's journey through Sesh Co, I mean, struggles.
This whole journey's been one damn long struggle.
I was gonna say, let's start with the fact that we opened February 3rd of 2020.
Oh my God.
Our first brick and mortar location.
Oh, wow.
So we were open for 6 weeks, and then we closed, and we lost every
single client. Every single client.
We burned through all of our runway.
Oh, wow.
And eventually when the state reopened, we kind of were just like, well, we can either stay closed and like stay closed for forever, or we can reopen and give it a shot.
Yeah.
We reopened in June 6th. These dates are like etched in my memory.
Right. Yeah.
And it was months of just her and I. And it's so funny. We've been jokingly kind of made fun of in the last couple of weeks, because every time someone walks in this door over here, we're like, oh my God, people, hi, come in. Like, it's such a genuine response. We are actually that excited to see people, because we know what it's like to not have anybody coming into your business because they're scared to.
Right.
Or because they can't.
Right.
That has been our biggest struggle, I think, in overcoming, right? Yeah, we grew, and yeah, we're in a much larger space than we were previously. However, that comes with struggles of its own
Yeah,
in managing the space, in managing a space through a derecho and then a hurricane.
Yeah.
And, you know,
all these crazy, now we're dealing with these natural disasters from, Timbuktu.
yeah.
Well, and the pandemic, in a way, it set us back and it slowed us down. So even though we outgrew the other space and we were able to come into this, she calls, what is it? Cool Aunt's house. And I call it our headquarters.
Yeah, headquarters, yeah.
But we were able to come here, but it's still, there's remnants of, we'll ask ourselves, why are we still facing this one issue? Why is this still happening? And when you walk it back, just 2 to 3 degrees, you're like, shoot, that was the pandemic.
Yeah.
Dang, that was the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We forget. I mean, we don't forget the pandemic happened because, like Maggie said, that shit's etched in your mind.
Yeah.
But we think we're over it. We think we're done. But again, you just walk it back 1, 2, 3 steps, and you're like, there it is.
Yeah.
Or somebody will come in and we're like, man, we really kind of recognized you. And then they're like, oh yeah, I came into the old space, but I was probably wearing a mask the last time. And then I'll go, can you go like this? And go, oh yeah, I recognize your eyes, you know.
Good eyebrows.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And Connie joined. Thank you so much, Connie. If you're still on, we got Mean Machine PW. I don't know who that is. Thank you for joining. And then of course we got my mother on. She asked, oh, where did the name come from? Oh, okay, that's a good question. Mom.
Okay, so the name came from, this business was just a little seed of an idea that started in my brain starting 2013. And when I initially said, okay, I think I want to do this, and this was before Maggie and I met. Maggie and I met through the creation of Sesh. I thought I want it to be a place where women feel comfortable. At the time, I just had my first child. I was feeling very maternal, and I really felt like I could not show up with all that beautiful energy in a workplace. I felt like it would not be accepted. It was cover yourself up and hide who you are and mask who you are. I wasn't down with that. So initially it was, what if we create a space for women?
Right.
And that's initial community space that was being held was called Girl Sesh. Let's go have some girl time. Let's go have a girl sesh.
Yeah.
I met Maggie through that. She moved from New York, and people always think we've known each other forever. Like they think we like grew up together or we've been best friends since college or something. No, we met through Sesh, and we've grown together as friends and as business partners through the building of the business.
Right.
But as we moved into, okay, we're going to have this brick and mortar, I knew that I wanted it to be a little more elevated than Girl Sesh. I wanted it to be more professional. And we also knew this is not just going to be for women. This is going to be an inclusive space where everybody from all walks of life and all gender identities can walk in and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And so drop that girl, just lean on Sesh.
Yeah. No, I love that. It's like elevated too, right? Like you've kind of grown up to some extent, right? I get it. And I do feel like this space is very welcoming for all walks of life. There's a really cool hallway that has like all of these famous people from Houston that have done some amazing things. And so I encourage y'all to come check it out because it's really cool.
That's called our Hall of Hue.
Yeah, the Hall of Hue. Yeah. And of course, my girl Selena's on that page, on that wall, and some other really wonderful other leaders from the community. So those are the things that are really thoughtful about this space. And I think I can't speak for all spaces, but some of the spaces I've been in don't do that kind of thing, those types of things. And to each their own. Maybe they don't have the ability or the options to do that, but kudos to y'all because y'all created in a space that's very unique and very welcoming. And I feel like, I could come out here and come on the couch and do my work or have a brain session. They had a meditation room, y'all, that I saw. And I was like, okay, I just saw a reel about all of these athletes meditating before each game. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to start meditating before each episode because if y'all see the behind the scenes of it going crazy, we're like, where to put everything. And so I was like, oh, maybe I need to use that meditation room. Like these are things that I didn't really think about myself until they've kind of been presented to me. So obviously meditation is something that I would like to do, and I have the ability to do it if I wanted to here. So I think that's super cool. Yeah, COVID was crazy. And it's great. It's one of those things that like will last with us forever, right? We'll never be able to kind of say, oh, we don't want to. It's not become like the C word anymore, right? Like, well, let's not talk about that. I think we talk about it still because it really did affect us in so many ways, not just health wise and personal family wise, but business wise.
Mhm.
So now that you've grown more and learned more, and like you said, you've been through COVID, you've been through now 2 natural disasters, which
In a month.
yeah. Things that you kind of anything that do you feel like COVID prepared you a little bit for some of these 2 natural disasters? Or you're like, hey, we're prepared now a little bit more.
I do think
for these
COVID
hiccups?
prepared us as like business partners, but also as spouses and wives and business owners and community leaders to be like, oh wait, we got this.
Mhm.
Like maybe we don't have all the answers because like trust me, pandemic was not written in the business plan
Right.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And we had no idea. We were just one day at a time, right? But the fact of the matter is that like we came out the other side of that, and there were so many major learning lessons throughout those 2.5 years that like I like to joke that we have MBAs that were major badasses.
I like that. Yes, I feel the same way in that sense. Yes. And funny enough, I just saw a quote that said, it was a quote saying that as women, we never aspire to be humble, that we aspire to be the opposite of that. And I was like, dang right. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of telling people saying, oh, you're so humble. No, I want to have an MBA. I want to be a major badass.
You already are.
Oh, well,
yeah.
thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I want and I want to own that more. So so just so y'all know, watch it, y'all. This era is going to be not just major badass era, but no more humble Desiree. Desiree's got to share a lot of the accomplishments that
you have to be your phenomenon.
Yes.
Feminine
phenomenon. Yeah. Any last words that y'all would like to share with our community? Let me see if anybody's popped in I hadn't recognized yet. I've got an OG mama and I've got a Rosa. Thank you so much for joining and coming on with us. Any last words that you want to share as regarding the space? Just so you know, we'll be talking about this space on every episode, whether it's about events or things that are happening here, or also like I hadn't mentioned, but if you need a headshot, if you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur and you need a headshot, they have a space here for you to do that. And I think I'm going to end up getting one this year before the end of the year, so I can experience that as well. And we'll share that with y'all, what that is like. But anything that y'all would like to share that maybe y'all didn't get a chance to talk about?
I think I know we provide space for people to work in and to gather in, but I think ultimately what we really want people to see and feel that Sesh is a resource.
Awesome.
So even if you have a question that's not about an office or a conference room, please slide into our DMs, call us and be like, hey, I have this like just burning, itching question and I just need your opinion.
Yeah.
We're here because between the 2 of us and the multiple businesses we've done, and then all the business owners that are here, there's a lot of experience in this space that we can tap into and we can share as a resource.
Yeah, I love that. It's opening up, you're opening up that door for people to say, hey, like you said, or y'all have on y'all's website, I know, like the little chat person. Maybe
Virgo.
Virgo. There we go. Virgo. Ask Virgo something. I know y'all asking her some weird things, but no, ask her some real things. Ask her some things that like mean something.
Right.
We don't want y'all to just be coming out here with some crazy stuff. But what about you, Meredith?
I would just say, being a business owner in particular can be very, very isolating and lonely. And I just want people to know that there is a space you can come where you don't have to feel that way.
Right.
That was the seed that was planted in me that made me think, I want more. There is more out there. And yeah, I just want people to know they don't have to feel alone. Business ownership is hard enough on your own. Come Come
Especially
hang
if
with
you
us
don't
here.
have friends and family who are also business owners. Because I know when I first started out, people would be like, can't you just take the day off? Like, can't you just call someone? There's
Yeah.
nobody else to do this but me.
You're like, no, I'm the boss, the owner, the founder,
The plumber, the
janitor,
electrician,
yeah, all of
it.
those things.
The
So,
therapist.
yeah, no, I understand that. And it can be really lonely. I'm glad you said that, because it can be lonely, because especially as an entrepreneur, excuse me, and as a creative as well. No, I chat a little bit about this on my page as well, about how nobody will understand your mission or your journey, and that's okay. You're not here to make them understand. You're here to just do what your purpose is and what you're supposed to be doing. And y'all's purpose is helping people. Y'all are a resource to help people. And I think when people open those doors, some people just don't know how to step into, like, just make that first step, whatever that first step is, whether it's, asking a question, or, maybe like, how do I get my LLC? Or, how do you, start an Instagram? I mean, I know that's hard too sometimes, right? Like, how do you do those things? And so it's great to be able to be in a welcoming space that offers that, because not every space is like that. And some of the spaces that are kind of like, like I said, they're very like gray, to say the least.
Soulless.
Yeah, they're just kind of gray. It's like no, like anybody that knows me and my family and my mom, I grew up with turquoise walls in my house, and desert rose kitchen color, and all these really interesting vibes. And it's funny enough, my house doesn't look anything like that now. It's the complete opposite. But yeah, so appreciate you making sure that we know that there's our resources here. And we'll also be make sure on Let's Vamonos Live, when we bring on guests, that y'all know about those resources. One of the cool things too about this partnership is that we're going to get to interview some of y'all's founders, some of y'all's members that have been with y'all. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to open that up to the community for Sesh members to share their stories and their journeys. So there's going to be some friendly, familiar faces. And then also, we've been chatting, and I definitely want to put it out there to y'all that we also have potential to have a live audience show here. There is a lot of potential for that. Y'all, that is like my dream come true. Like, I was just kind of like, when we had chatted briefly, I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, wait, I've always wanted that. I just never had the opportunity to do that. And as y'all know, I love supporting the small business community. So I would love to have them come out as well and share some of that experience. So if you're interested in being a live audience member, let me know. We will definitely do some personal invites, make it kind of exclusive, and also in the sense of make it open to people to want to do it. We need to know if y'all want that. If y'all want that, let us know. If y'all don't want that, y'all don't want to come up here, that's okay too. But we just want to see what y'all, like you said, with the space, what do they need? What do they want? But we want to open that up to opportunities for y'all, and be a part of, well, like I say, the La Familia, the community here. We got another comment here.
Your hubby's on.
Oh, my hubby's on. Thank you so much.
Hi, hubby.
Thank you, Matt, for joining us. But we I don't have any last words. Any last words? Are we good, or
Just go out and be your badass self. That's right. One baby step at a time. That's all you got to do.
yes?
One foot in front of the other.
We appreciate that. Well, as y'all know here, we like to sign off with every episode with thank you so much for the love and support. Let's vamonos. Let's go, ladies.
Let's
So
go.
we'll see y'all later. Till next
Bye.
time. Bye.